Probably give myself some light. There we go. We are in CineTracer today. This is my little fun house. It's got some windows and some curtains. We're going to be making a hospital, and we're going to lighting and making a hospital. Two of the pages that I want to react in this film. We've got a character. We've got Dr. Fran James, and we've also got Lucy. We're going to go for posable models, and let's go for Lisa. We're going to get Lisa to sit down because she's on the bed. She's not okay. Maybe we can get that elbow out a little bit more. There we go. And she's really clutching onto her stomach, and she's leaning forwards a bit. So we're getting there slowly. We managed to put our doctor and our patient down on the bed. We're going to just do a little bit of dressing to the room, and we are going to turn off the lights, and I'm going to dive into what I've been up to. The presets, and it's gone to black. So I'm going to jump into character mode. Alright. So I've put in these lights here, and as you can see, this 12 by 12 over here is kind of creating what kind of was the sun actually created in Padson. I put some fluoro tubes just to add a bit of ambience into the area, and some fluoro tubes over here as well, because that naturally happens, the light kind of bounces around a bit more than this. So I've just added in this backlight just up here, and I just want to kind of show you what was happening. It's really interesting to see the light shifting on the back of the character. Obviously wouldn't do this in the day, but just to show the value of a backlight as well. Nice little features I recently found out was that if you go onto any of the characters and adjust their head position, you see where the light is actually moving in their eyes, so the eyes are reflective to where the light sources are. So that's directly in her eyes is a little key light, or not a key light, sorry, the eye light, and then her key light is over to her right hand side, what she's looking at right now. I've just lined up this first shot, and I'm really happy with it, and it's on our patient, and we're gonna record some dialogue. Well, I'm gonna record some dialogue, and we'll see how it looks. This is just the process. I'm gonna probably capture this properly. So I toggle off the UI by pressing tab, and to set up the shot first, this is my first position. So I focus on my character here, and then I hold 1, and let's have her there. So then I'm gonna come back on my crane, and then I'm gonna have her almost like she's entered in frame. Probably actually need this shot a little bit longer to get the, and that's the second shot. We want to hit this over the shoulder here maybe, and let's set that as our second mark. Okay, let's go between them, see how it works. I'm going to turn off tab, and let's give it a go. Alright, we are getting there. So for our last little capture, we are going to do a little dolly shot, and the dolly basically tracks like 6 feet past this curtain here. I've moved back that backlight a little bit because it was getting too much in frame. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the setup. It's looking great on camera. It's really weird, but I'm quite enjoying it actually. I've got it in the right aspect ratio now. There's a setting at the top which just says aspect ratio in the top right hand corner. So that's looking pretty good now, looking pretty accurate. We're recording now. So this is my first position. Lucy's the girl on the bed, and she's basically sitting there on her own. And then Dr. Fran walks in, and I'll play the scene out. Hello, is it Lucy Allen? And that's a wrap there, and cut. Overall, I've kind of found this really enjoyable. I think it's a really interesting software, and as you can see, the kind of build I've done here isn't too complex, but yeah, I definitely think it's worth trying out. And I mean, it's very close to what we filmed. Obviously not with the camera moves, but this kind of setup's quite interesting, and at least posing the characters in there, getting an idea of lighting and setups and what kind of camera moves we could do in future is a really interesting tool. So what I found is the escape key is super useful to jump in and out of this program if you want to pause it and then do small recordings like I'm doing, because I don't want to have to record for such long periods of time. So I'm just jumping through and capturing the most important parts. You can do all sorts of aspect ratios in this. I think a 50mm would be quite nice here. Let's just get the coverage. Okay. It's a bit embarrassing, but basically I've got terrible diarrhea. I've had it for almost 6 weeks, probably, but it's a lot worse since before the weekend, and I just couldn't hold out to see my GP on Monday. I'm in a lot of tummy pain, and